Hi guys, collecting Warhammer 40k here today, and I wanted to give you guys a quick shading video, quick wash video. Uh, Here I have a pennant engine of my wife's, and as you can see, it looks a little subpar, like it's kind of lacking something. But after I throw a wash on this thing, it'll really pop. And what I'm gonna do, some Nolan oil on the metallics, the silvers. Then I'm going to do some Agrax Earthshade on the white clothing, the cloth, the parchment, and the skulls. And then I will do a flesh tone on the flesh and on the gold. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm going to start with some Nolan oil. Got a pretty big brush here. I've got a lot of area to cover. I'll just pick out a spot here and I'll start. And start putting it into the crevices. If it looks like it's puddling up too much in one area, somewhere that you don't want it to, you just kind of grab it, move it around. I want to move kind of quickly over the model, but not too fast. Don't want to miss anything. You're just getting this wash into all the little creases and crevices. Just keep moving it around. It may try to puddle a little too much in some places. You just wick it out of there with your brush and move it to another spot. Now I will probably put more than one coat of this wash on this model since it's such a large model. Most smaller models I can put one wash on and I'm pretty satisfied with it. Just trying to get it where y'all can see. Just move it around as you need it. And I'll do that over the rest of the model. A little too much in there, and just kind of grab it with my brush, move it to another spot. I'll go over the rest of my silver, doing the same thing, same technique over the whole model, and I will be back in a minute. Okay, so I just want to kind of come back, show you guys the difference here. Try to get my camera to focus a little bit. You can see how this is now a lot darker than this is. All I've done so far, I've got the legs finished. You can really tell a difference here where they come together. How light this is compared to how dark that is. But what we're really looking for is the shading, like around the rivets and in the recesses here. Whereas, let's just say for this arm, we don't have. Try to get my camera to focus here. You don't have all that shading. It's just a straight color. And here, you've got all that shading. Now it still needs to dry. See, it's a little glossy right now. Once it dries, it'll be more matte. But it gets the shading in all your recesses. It really makes the model stand out. And then you go back and you highlight the spots that are not recessed, and it really makes the model pop more. So I'm gonna continue on the metals, getting the wash in those metals, and I'll be back once I get that finished. Alright, so now I've made it all the way around on all my metallics with the Nolinol. As you can see, it really makes it stand out a lot more now. Next thing I'm gonna do the Agrax Earthshade on all the parchment, the white, and the skulls. I'll be back in one moment with that. Alright, now, see, I've got a little bit smaller brush now. I don't have as much area to have to cover. Now, I'm going to start on just this skull right here, just to really show you how this is gonna go. Now, try to get it to focus so you can see. Tell you what, let's go over here. Let's go this next one. That doesn't stand out too much there. I want to put a little of this wash in there on it. It really pops. Bam. There you go. Now it'll look a little different once it dries, but really makes it stand out a lot more. And around it a little bit more. There it is. It really makes them pop. Let's see if we can get a look at the other one. A little too much in this eye. I'm just gonna pull it right out. There you go. Now I'll go around. I'll do parchment. I'll do all of it. Just to kind of change the tone of it a little bit. And to define those recesses. This has been kind of difficult to do, because I do have a broken hand at the moment, but still enjoying it nonetheless. But I'm going to go around and I'm going to pick out all these little banners. There are a lot on this models, and all these little skulls. And then I'm going to shade this cloth a little bit, and right here on her chest, this cloth covering her body. I'll show you just a little bit of that. Just getting it to go into the recesses. Just a little more. A little more wash on my brush here. Just gonna get it to flow into those recesses. It just makes things stand out a little bit more. Alright, I'm going to cover all of that, and I'll show you what it looks like when I come back. Alright, so now you can see I've completed the wash on parchment, her clothing, and everything. You see how it really stands out a lot more now, all the skulls and everything. Kind of turn it so you can get a look at all the different angles there. All the little parchment all over this thing, little skulls everywhere. It all really stands out now. But now I'm gonna do a flesh wash on the gold and on her skin. Now the reason I'm doing a flesh wash on the gold is because I've seen other people do this, and it keeps their golds a little bit brighter. So I'll be back and we'll start that. Alright, using the Army Painter flesh wash, I'm just going to start right in here on her skin. Start washing it in. And you can see how, try to get this focus, you see how it really makes the details on the hands and everything stand out. We'll do the same here with the mouth. I'll go over this model and then I'll come back once I've got it done. Alright, so there she is with all the washes on her. And it really makes a difference. Big difference. So I got the gold and everything. I've got it all washed. What I'm gonna do, I'll let it dry, and then I'll show you what it all looks like once it gets dried. It'll change a little bit. It's not going to be so glossy in spots. But I'll let it sit here and dry for a little bit, and I'll come back and show you what it looks like after it's all dried up. Alright guys, so here she is, all washed up and ready for good highlighting. Just gonna turn her around and let you see what all the wash did. It really makes everything stand out a lot more. A few spots like right here where I got a little too much settling, but I'll cover that up with a highlight. Yeah. Let's give you guys a good look. A simple wash, change the model a lot. Alright, so I'm going to try to do a highlighting video next. I'll use this model since I used it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Thanks, guys.